The manhunt for a murder suspect in Placer County, a weekend escape from custody at Sutter Medical Center, now ending with his arrest today behind some homes. Police releasing this photo that you see here, the dramatic moments of his arrest seen by neighbors and captured in law enforcement dispatch audio.
If you run, you will be shot. You understand? And I advised him if he runs, he's getting shot. He's in the middle of the creek. His hands are up.
I'm just glad they caught him.
And tonight there are several questions about how an inmate accused of murder was able to evade officers for more than 24 hours after escaping from a local hospital. Thanks for joining us. I'm Gulston Dunn.
And I'm Andrea Flores. Just a short time ago, the Placer County Sheriff's Office released this picture of Eric Abril. This is from today. Officials say Abril escaped the hospital through a door early Sunday morning. The deputy assigned to watch him chased him to the parking lot, but Abril got away. An alert homeowner on Zion Court called in the tip leading to his arrest earlier this afternoon, and Abril was in custody for a shootout at a Roseville park back in April. He's accused of shooting a CHP officer, taking a couple hostage, and then killing a man and injuring his wife. So now a big question for the sheriff's office. Why was Abril only assigned one deputy to watch him while he was at the hospital when he was originally given two? We have team coverage on all of this. We're going to start with KCRA 3's Ty Steele, who's at Sutter Medical Center where Abril made his escape.
Yes, this is where he made his escape. This is also where he was returned earlier today for a second time after escaping this facility here at Sutter Roseville Medical Center for some type of injuries that he may have sustained while he was on the run for almost 30 hours. And where I'm standing here in front of the medical center is not far from where Abril was actually taken into custody. He was found in Antelope Creek. We'll take you there now from these exclusive images from Livecopter 3. It's a wooded area behind Zion Court. Livecopter 3 flying over the area earlier today. You can see all the trees, all that thick brush around these homes. Law enforcement had aircraft flying over this area for the better part of the entire time he was on the run. But you can see how those trees would provide plenty of places for him to hide, and that is what he was doing. We go now to KCRA 3's Orko Manna live at the South Placer County Jail where Eric Abril has been taken after being taken from the Sutter Roseville Medical Center. Orko, you spoke with a woman who witnessed his recapture right in front of her front door.
Well, Ty, that woman lives in the apartment complex that faces that wooded area where the SWAT team found Abril. As you can imagine, it was quite the shock to her and all the other people who live in that area. The community is relieved that Abril is now behind bars here at the South Placer County Jail, where he faces an additional felony charge for the escape. But there are still a lot of questions about how he was able to get away.
I'm glad it's over, definitely.
Tonight, a sense of relief in Rockland and Roseville with escaped inmate Eric Abril back in custody. Video taken by KCRA 3 shows the moment SWAT officers caught Abril around 33 hours after he ran away from Sutter Roseville Medical Center. The Placer County Sheriff's Office says he was found just after 12:30 p.m. in a green belt by Antelope Creek near Zion Court, wearing only his jail boxers and with chains around his waist. It just happened right in front of you.
Yeah, right down there near where the car wash is.
Bonnie Bayer lives at the Edgewood Apartments right next to the wooded area. She says what made Abril's escape even more disturbing is that her daughter and grandson were at Mahaney Park in Roseville on April 6th. That's the day Abril is accused of shooting and killing a man at that park after taking him and his wife hostage.
They had just sat down and have a picnic and ended up in lockdown in the library for a few hours, so it's kind of nerve-wracking knowing that he'd back out.
Dustin Hegstrom also lives in an apartment facing the green belt.
Just through the top, just a few roll through there.
His surveillance camera footage shows law enforcement pulling up to the area to catch Abril, who Hegstrom thought might be nearby.
I did feel a little weird when I was walking out this morning and getting in my car. I felt like I was being watched or something. I didn't really know, but it just felt a little different.
Abril now faces an additional felony charge of escaping from custody. And although Abril is back in jail, there are still a lot of questions about how he was able to get away. Placer County Sheriff Wayne Wu says there was only one deputy guarding Abril at the hospital instead of two after his inmate classification level was downgraded. In other words, he was considered less dangerous. It's unknown why that change was made, and it's also unclear what the deputy assigned to Abril was doing when Abril got out of his restraints.
We'll not only look into the circumstances around the escape, but we'll also review our policies, our procedures, and our equipment, quite frankly, to ensure that something like this never happens again.
Residents want answers too, but for now, they're happy Abril is back behind bars.
Definitely relieved. It's nice to know that he's not out there anymore.
Yeah, talking to people in the community today, they're definitely relieved and will be sleeping a little more peacefully knowing that Abril has been caught. Reporting live from the South Placer County Jail, Orko Manna, KCRA 3 News.
Yeah, there has been a real sense of relief out here in the Roseville, Rockland, Greater Placer County area after he has been recaptured. Orko, what's next in the investigation? Obviously, a lot of questions that still need answers.
Yeah, Ty, at today's press conference, the sheriff mentioned that a big part of what's next is talking to the deputy that was assigned to Abril to figure out what exactly happened at the hospital. I reached out to the sheriff's office for an update on that. I was told by a spokesperson about an hour ago that that deputy was given a notice to be interviewed today, but it's still unclear if that interview has happened. When it does, we do expect to get more answers. Ty?
Oh yeah, it's going to be very interesting to hear what comes out of that interview. Orko Manna live for us outside the South Placer County Jail where Eric J. Abril is now being housed. Thank you so much. Now, for more than 30 hours, Eric Abril was on the run in the Roseville and Rockland area. Law enforcement was searching those neighborhoods, desperately trying to find him. But it was a homeowner who was taking his dog into the backyard who spotted Abril in the back Greenbelt zone and actually called in the tip that led to his recapture. His name is Bill Sanchez. He saw the murder suspect at the center of a massive manhunt around noon today. He says he immediately went back inside after seeing him, called 911. Law enforcement showed up to his Rockland home on Zion Court in Rockland just minutes later. Take a listen.
When I looked over the edge right here at the creek, I do it 5 times a day, and there wasn't an orange jumpsuit 2 hours ago, and there was an orange jumpsuit laying right there on the ground. And then I could hear some splashing in the water.
And now you can see from above Antelope Creek where Abril was captured, covered in trees, but ultimately it was his bright orange jail pants you just heard from that witness and Sanchez's vigilance that helped lead to his capture. So when it comes to the intense manhunt for Eric J. Abril, it's because of the serious charges that he was facing from that shootout with police at Mahaney Park back on April 6 in Roseville. Abril is accused of shooting a CHP officer, attempted murder in that case. He's also accused of taking a couple hostage, kidnapping at that park, and then killing the man in that couple and injuring his wife, both murder and attempted murder charges. So 4 total charges from that Mahaney Park incident, and an additional felony count has been added now after he escaped from Sutter Roseville Medical Center. I can tell you, after living in this area for about 9 years, when it was high alert Sunday afternoon after Abril had been on the loose for a number of hours, they were actually doing trunk searches in this area. They were stopping cars and checking to make sure that Abril was not in the trunk, trying to make a flee outside of this area. Turns out he was not trying to, or he was trying to flee, didn't make it in anybody's vehicle. He was actually in the Greenbelt zone hiding out. Thank goodness that alert neighbor was able to spot him, call 911. Thank goodness for that quick response by law enforcement, and thank goodness he is back where he belongs, in the South Placer County Jail. Andrea Golson, back to you.